people take it for granted that interpreting is just there. But what does it actually do, and why should it matter to your business and to you as a human being? I'm Dr. Jonathan Denny, and this is Inside Interpreting. A few years ago, I was doing some research at a conference, and after I'd done my research and interviewed the people I needed to interview, the interpreters they'd asked if I could take a turn in the booth. They were volunteer interpreters. They had never received any specific training, and they could do with some time off. They knew I was qualified. They knew I could handle the conference. They knew I'd interpreted there before, and I thought, well, since I've done my research and I'm not exactly going to interfere with the data, I'll give it a go. So I interpreted twice at that conference, and one evening I sat in the booth, and at the conference they were raising money to do some charitable work in a country that I'm not going to name. The reason why that charitable work was so important is that they were trying to create some economic activity amongst a people group who, for various social and cultural reasons, didn't have any, or rather they did have economic activities. The only way that anyone in that people group could ever make enough money to eat, to live, to do anything, was to sell their wives and children and sisters into prostitution. The interpreting I was doing at that conference wasn't just about getting people to put their hands in their pockets. It was about telling sometimes harrowing stories of what life is like when there seems to be no other option but to do the worst thing imaginable. In that 45 minutes or hour that I interpreted, they raised enough money to put the foundations in to create a building where people could learn to sew, could learn skills, could start up their own businesses, could work together, and where the scourge of being taken advantage of could be ended. Interpreting does things like that. Were it not for interpreting, anyone going abroad on a holiday who accidentally finds himself a victim of crime would never be able to report it and see justice done. Were it not for interpreting, anyone getting sick in a country where they don't speak the language would basically die. Were it not for interpreting, companies would be locked into an audience of people who speak the same language as them and could never grow. As I said in an earlier video, I had the pleasure and the honour of interpreting where one company managed to win a multi-million-pound contract because interpreting existed. The power of interpreting isn't found in its linguistic wonder, in our commitment to accuracy. The power of interpreting isn't found in our qualifications or degrees or terminology lists. The power of interpreting for your business, for your life, is found in this. Interpreting makes an impact, makes a difference that nothing else in this planet can make. Interpreting expands your horizons. Interpreting expands your audience. Interpreting expands your market share. Interpreting brings you new people. Interpreting brings you new fans. Interpreting opens doors. That's why I'm an interpreter. That's why I passionately believe that every growing company needs to be speaking to human interpreters now, so that you can see just how amazing the world is, how far further your horizons are when you work with interpreters. I'm Dr. Jonathan Downey, and this is Inside Interpreting.